Shalom. We have the Hebrew Israelites of the Great Millstone Branch of Las Vegas coming at you again, prophesying the downfall of America, spiritual Babylon the Great in Egypt. Before we start off, I'd like to face the east, give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
So we're out here prophesying the downfall for the wicked nations, starting with Esau, Edom, and double honors unto the elder apostles and bishops of the Great Millstone. May we rule and teach well and keep guys along our journeys, set the blueprint for these brothers striving to make a calling and election sure. So like I said, we're preaching the salvation of these people on this sign right here, the 12 tribes of Israel, consisting of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Like I said, the downfall of Esau, Edom. So, we need to hurry up and repent while we still have time to. Can the brother pull out Ecclesiastes 12, 1-3? Yeah, it's pretty much going into, how we need to turn before things take a turn for the worse. But hell, this planet's going to hell in a handbasket,
Ecclesiastes 12 from the top. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in it.
So in the days of our youth, it doesn't have to be while you're young per se, but while we still have that chance, but if you are to come in this truth while you're young, that's even better, So there's a list of prophets that have came into this truth at a young age. Jeremiah, Timothy, Daniel, even John the Baptist had the Spirit put on him since the womb, And that's how we need to come. We need to come in that same. We need to come in that same spirit while we still have the chance. Sirach.
First and foremost,
yeah, first and foremost.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah, so when his mother was looking for him at that young age, where was he at? He was out there learning with the teachers. How old was he? 13? So hey, if you got to come into this at a young age, at that age. Don't be afraid, Don't be afraid of having to do this at a young age.
In the days of your youth, while you're youthful, while you're young, but also while you got the opportunity to be out here just living your life, kicking it, and being all that you can be in this world, you forsaking all of that. You deny yourself and all your pleasures and your wants, and you prioritize this. Verse 2. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Yeah, the keepers of the house going into the higher ups, they're going to tremble due to this judgment that's going to come upon them. And the grinder ceasing is going into Jacob's trouble. You notice how we already went through a little preview of it during the C-19 era, All these buildings are shutting down, all these companies are shutting down because they couldn't afford the supplies, whatever, that nobody was going outside, so who was buying from them? All these companies are shutting down. Now they're shutting down because not only can they not afford the products that they're selling, they can't even afford the price that it costs to ship these products to their establishments.
Also, it's the workers, You explained about the companies, so you gotta have workers. Back in 2020, everything was shut down, so people wasn't working. Now it's an AI, fourth industrial revolution, AI, robotics, all that shit taking over. So it's going to replace the people that's working at these companies, man. So the grinders, that's what it means to grind and cease.
There's that old saying, Jake said in the world, hey, I'm on my grind. I'm out here grinding. I'm out here putting in that work, getting it just like this is spiritual grinding. This is the grinding that you're really supposed to be doing. Not that bullshit that be going on all around us. You know what I mean? What do they grind? They out here grinding, selling poison to their people, fucking selling whatever ain't scamming, swiping cars, whatever, it ain't got nothing to do with this, so it really don't even matter,
Grinding, that's Jake's slang, man.
Yeah,
that tells you who wrote this book, man. For us.
Yeah.
Moved by the Holy Spirit, man.
For us, by us.
It's called hip talk.
Yep.
It's all throughout the scriptures, man.
To answer your point, in the beginning it said, while the evil days come not, the grinding ceasing, what does that entail? That means you're not going to be working, which means what? Food don't just come and get on your table. You got to pay for it. So it's going to be famine, man.
It was maybe a few weeks ago, it was being reported that a lot of warehouses, a lot of these distribution centers they've been having to do a lot of massive cuts and layoffs because the supply chain is being disrupted by the war that's happening. So things are not able to get into the country, and then even the things that are getting into the country, the prices are too damn high and unaffordable because of the inflation, but the tariffs, the tariffs that Trump threw on everybody. So now it's putting these companies in a bad position to where they can't afford. When they have to deal with their inventory and balance sheets, they got to budget everything, and if they want to continue to thrive, they can't keep paying all these employees and all the hours that they work in.
Overhead.
The overhead. All right. So there's a lot of job cuts and massive layoffs all throughout the country right now, and they're not talking about that on the news.
I was saying the job cuts come from the scripture that Brother read. It said the keepers of the house. Those are the economists, and they forecast these things in the future. So if they're cutting people now, in the future, it's going to be that much worse because they're planning. They plan a quarter ahead. So going into the next quarter, things are looking good, and thus far.
There's a magazine called The Economist, which is owned by Rothschilds, and they literally lay out the future. They've been laying out the future for a long time through magazines, like through that magazine in particular. Well, the future, it looks pretty fucking dark.
Very good.
They're painting a dark future for the common peasant. Not for them, but for the regular people out here. It's famine, it's a war, it's pestilence, everything that we've been telling y'all.
Bring the population down.
Yep.
God, in studies, the same economists also told you that by year 2027, 2028, half of blue-collar and white-collar jobs will be cut, man, because of the enforcement of AI. So a big tech is taking over the lower to middle-class job, man. Even shit, really, all jobs. If you're not a hands-on essential worker, going back to that term that they use with the 19, and you're ultimately going to be kicked off, and they're going to usher in UBI for you, man.
Laborers, we're the ones that keep the world going, make this economy turn. Without us, the economy is going to come to a cease,
Really, without the Israelites, without if all the Israelites cease from working, this place is shut down overnight.
And you know what comes when the jobs cease, the crime rate raises, So you see all this out here going on, it's gonna be 10 times worse. And you pull up, I pulled up over here, I see this Jew guy brought out here fucking underwear around the rainbow, she's taking a piss. She's taking a beater because she wants to get tore up by all these motherfuckers that are out here fucking committing crime, bro. Yeah, so great job.
Police, cops, FBI agents, CIA, military. You're gonna be handing in your badges, man. You're gonna be quitting, man. Because it's gonna be complete anarchy out here, man.
That and robot dogs is gonna take a lot of your positions.
Yeah, they got a killer robots.
Yeah. AI is gonna take away the desk positions.
Judicial system.
Drones are gonna be the first responders.
Okay, so
So Isaiah 19, I start at verse, I start at the top. It says, the burden of Egypt.
Can you get to the point, verse 15? You're talking about the grinder ceasing, right?
Isaiah 19 verse 15.
Start at 14.
14. It says, the Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
And that the reason why I had you start up a verse above. Really, he could have started up a couple of verses, but the point is, those who are making the decisions on behalf of this government, they're basically giving this devil wrong decision making. All the advice that he's taking, like he has economic advisors, he has military advisors, he has all these different people that he has to counsel with before he makes his final decisions. We know that this devil Nero, he's a puppet on the strings. So the advice that they're giving him was really, you can tell that he's under the control of the people on the other side, the little hats, the Zionists, and they're basically instrumental in a lot of the decision making with this administration.
Yeah.
And so because of what they're trying to achieve, it's actually causing more self-destruction. Him following in their wicked advice is causing self-destruction because it's not in the interest of the people. So now you got all the money being invested over there and not towards your own country and the people that are suffering under your administration. That's beginning a problem. So it's like the Lord is mingling that reverse spirit, that spirit of foolishness and confusion. You know, because here it is, you're invested in a war that you know we can't afford to be in, right? You done lost so much billions when it comes to the military apparatus, the technology. That shit was billions was wasted inside of a month. Meanwhile, over here, homelessness is skyrocketing. You know, people can't afford their rent. They can't afford groceries. You know, more people are sleeping in their vehicles.
You mentioned the terrorists. He called himself being, he called himself making a move for the benefit of America, but it's really backfiring the economy even more, man.
Yeah. So that's why I had you read that, because the Lord he's putting that spirit on them to make these dumbass decisions, because it's a chain reaction to every move that's being made.
And the reporters will ask him, how do you feel about Americans not being able to afford this and that? I don't care. I don't care about the inflation. As long as Iran does not get their hands on a nuke. What the fuck?
Yeah,
They probably got one anyway.
First he said he don't care about American financial situation.
That's crazy.
So he's being manipulated, but at the same time, this motherfucker does not care about the poor.
No, he grew up a king.
Yeah.
He grew up with money, man.
He don't care, you know. So he's easier to manipulate already. Cause he himself, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, they can ride now, because he's all about money.
Yeah.
They can ride that side, you know. That's Psalms the 73rd chapter. They're not in trouble as other men either, are they plagued. You know, there's no bands in their death. You know, they have all that a heart could wish. You know, so when they're in that position, they can give two fucks about the poor. You know?
They pay their taxes.
And a lot of our people voted for this guy thinking that this situation was gonna improve. You know, somehow it was gonna, the economy was gonna bounce back. Cause he was making all these big fucking claims. No more new wars, right? No more overexpanding, and we're gonna drain the swamp. This motherfucker's swimming in that swamp. Knee deep, man. So that just lets you know, putting your trust in this, what is that, a faithful man?
Oh, I got you. Proverbs, let me get it right now. This is Proverbs 25. Like Proverbs 25, verse 19. And it says, confidence in an unfaithful man in the time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Yeah. So now you people are feeling the effects of that. You know?
It's the same when we always go into Isaiah 36. Lord, thou trustest in his broken staff on Egypt, the man lean, the piercing board to his hand. And because what? You had trust in the system that was ultimately set up to destroy you. Right? You made Pharaoh your God, man. You trusted, believing that every 4 years you're gonna have a new person that comes into power and gives you a better life. Meanwhile, those two sides of those birds, they're working for the same team to continually oppress you and to put a bind on you. Unrighteous decrees, make sure that your family is still starving, allowing the American dream to still continue within your mind. But meanwhile, they're behind the workings, plotting to destroy you.
We're in the beginning stages of that time of trouble, you know? And for our people to still trust in the system and the voting, well, they're going out to the fucking polls. They can't wait to the midterms. Man, come on, man.
And the Lord gonna give them over to their decisions, man. Going back to the precept we started with, you know, that's why it said, remember God thy creator. You know, that's why I said, woe unto them that cover with the covering, but not of the Lord's Spirit. That seek counsel, but not of him.
Like the elder just said, you know, you're putting your trust in that unfaithful man, ultimately, not just the man in the seat, but the system itself. You know, it's like a broken tooth. And the only way to relieve the pain of that broken tooth is for that tooth to be removed. You know, spiritually through your Hashem Yahweh Shai, removing them out of their throne, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's right.
And us spiritually removing ourselves from this place, man. You know, removing yourself from believing that this place can be great, and you can be great here and succeed and build a legacy here and make a name for yourself. Nah, you gotta say goodbye to that, man. You gotta see that the ship is sinking.
Right. Yes. That's why, like in Sirach 5:7, it says, "Make no tarry to turn unto the Lord." You know what I mean? So, hurry up, get up in the spirit while you can. You know, if you know where there's a camp in your town, I strongly suggest you get with them and get with the program, man, because you guys over here making yourself friends of the world, you know, by going after all this bull crap that, you know, the world tells us to, that's not of the spirit, and ultimately you're making yourself an enemy of the Lord. So, you know.
Yeah, when like your brother's talking about how Jake trusted in his system, trusting in the shadow of Egypt, you placing your vote. The word vote means to vow. You're vowing to a deity or a god. And they already tried to make Trump into some demigod. When they had him sworn up under that, what was that called? Yeah, over in Capitol Hill. Not Capitol Hill. Up under that,
the gold statue?
No. Well, they did that later, but I'm talking about when he had the inauguration.
Rotunda.
The rotunda.
Yeah.
Under the rotunda. That was up under all those Roman gods and deities. And they had him sworn up under.
It was like 666 people, something like that.
Something to that effect.
It was a numerological number
Right.
dealing with the beast for their number of seatings in that place as well, man.
Right.
No, right?
So the Lord, you know, you continue to trust in this man. The Lord, he give you over to that. And this is the same Lord that also told you, go and cry out unto the gods that you put your trust in a time of tribulation to see if they will deliver you. The Lord has said that.
Okay, let's go.
You know, it's like you see the writing on the wall. You see everything that's happening. The country is circling the drain. None of the countries like you. They're de-dollarizing. They're dumping your money, your monetary currency. You're losing leverage over on that side of the world. The brothers was talking about how the job market, you know, there's a lot more unemployment, a lot of people losing jobs, a lot of businesses going bankrupt. And you see all these things happening, but you're still placing your bet on a losing team. That's just like you coming in at the fourth quarter and you see you see what team is actually down on the score.
You know your team is the Bad News Bears.
Bro, they're completely down, but you're gonna come in at the fourth quarter and still place the bet on a losing team.
America's rigged to lose, man.
Come on, man.
The Heavenly Father wrote about the great Babylon, America in the scriptures being destroyed by nuclear missiles. You know? That's the story of this place.
I got a word real quick. It's the word delusional. So it means holding firm fixed beliefs that are completely unsupported by reality or factual evidence, and maintaining those beliefs even when confronted with undeniable proof of the contrary. So you people are delusional here, man. This place, man. Okay, to think that this place can still somehow renew itself. Like, it's like an old ass bitch. She's past her prime, man. She can't turn back the clock, but she's doing everything possible to try to stay young. But in the process, she's just chopping herself up even worse, man. You can't defeat time, man. Time is undefeated.
She getting BBLs, and that's only causing her to
Vaginal reconstruction.
yeah. They doing all that, and it's
Reset.
backfiring.
Yeah.
That shit can fuck around and kill you. You know?
Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky.
Basically saying her judgment is ordained from the heavens to be destroyed. So the key to this thing is, your brother was saying it, but you Jakes are the main ones that should not have a stronghold on the benefit of this place. Like, you should be the first ones trying to get up out. The heathen is getting out. That's why you don't see the mini marts and the what are those called? Those corner lots where they had a bunch of not shopping centers. Mini malls. Mini malls. What do you call it? The strip malls. Strip malls. The little strip malls and stuff where all the nails and the donuts and the little stores and all of that. All that's leaving. All that's breaking down. You can't find those chains around your local cities as much anymore. Because people are realizing when you go in there, Habib being there, or the little Asian lady being there, or whatever's going on, they ain't around like that no more. Selling cake, simple little shit. Hey, major corporations are folding. So what do you really think is going to happen to this place? The only reason we ain't out of here is because we can't leave. Okay? This is how much we understand the prophecy. If we can get if it was like just flee Babylon, like Yahushua told them to flee to the mountains, 70 AD, when that prophecy was coming to pass, we'd have got out of there as well. We get out of here as well. But this ain't how we get out of here. We got to first leave it spiritually, and that's what you people are still connected to. You people really want this place to come back. You're not Edomites, and this ain't your kingdom. It's like the Jacob last day I'm gonna say. It was not 12 years a slave. What's the other one? Birth of a Nation. Well, no, not the kid, not even him, the house nigga.
Oh, yeah.
He's up there like, you done killed all of them. No. The light-skinned dudes. When they killed look at all these movies. You know, he's like, now what we gonna do? Y'all still trying to hold on to it like y'all got something to live for in this place.
They didn't want to leave Egypt.
Exactly.
They find excuses, don't want to stay back in
I
Egypt.
ate better over there, ate better. He's whipped by taskmasters. Like, you go to work every day, like right now in this society, you go to work every day and you just make enough to keep going to work.
That's how it's set up.
That's it. Just enough to keep you going to work.
Now let me say this, because that prophecy is really calling for the heathen that it came over here. That you might want to go back to where you came from, because the writing's on the wall. All right, the effects are there. So you can definitely see it from a mile away that this place is circling the drain. And I read an article recently how they said 5,000 American citizens, they basically revoked their citizenship because of the financial burden here. Because that's part of the travail. That's the pain that she's suffering. Economic hardship.
And when this dollar hyperinflates, it ain't gonna be worth shit. Because the dollar right now is the world reserve currency. So these heathens, they come here and make the dollar, you know, and they send it back to their homeland. If they be from Southeast Asia, China, you know, parts of Europe, the dollar is the most powerful. except the euro, London and shit, pound, But other than that, man, they once the dollar hyperinflate, all we hear.
The Daniel 5, because he said the writing is on the wall, man. What did that signify? They were in the midst of what? Partying. Right? They were in the midst of feasting, And then what? The Lord allowed their hand to appear right in the middle of their party, man. To basically put the words, what? Many, many temple parsi. Right? Thy kingdom is numbered in the balance, it is weighed, right? It is wanting, right? Basically signifying that, hey, all of the mirth that's occurring right now, all that shit is about to end.
They got a big fucking UFC event at the White House tonight. He's over there fucking trying to be the main character, So, hey, we're in a place where the gap between the rich and the poor has never been wider, man. The disconnect between two different realities, man, are being played out here in this place right now. It's fucking dystopian.
This is the only country that has partying and bread and circuses going on at the same time as war. No other country do that.
Your country is at war. Your economy is fucking super bad right now. But you out there burning shit because the Knicks won. You out there in celebratory mode as if this win from the Knicks just somehow, some way, just now Babylon is back to normal. The rent just got paid.
All the
The prices just went back down. Gas prices just went down. Now you got something to celebrate, huh?
Nigga, that beer you bought before you got loose was fucking $14.
Bro.
A cup of beer was $14, $19. Probably $19 in New York.
And the poor can't even attend the game.
Right.
Do you have motherfucking celebrities paying $100,000 for a fucking front row seats, man? That's crazy.
Just to get in the building's almost $10,000.
What do you do? How much are your tickets? He said, shit, I paid $15,000 and I ain't even got a job. That's how bugged out these people are, man. They all for folly, all for what? You say you went, these people want to regret all their decisions that they're making,
It's like these people are not reading the room right. None of these Babylonians, they're not reading the atmosphere.
You don't see all them nasty ass herpes sores on this bitch before you over here wooing her and promising her the world. You ain't looking at all the signs.
You're running out of water. The data centers are taking your water. Why are you out there celebrating and acting a fool? You running out of water. Certain food items on the shelf, you're no longer seeing them. The prices are doubling, tripling. Your beef, your poultry, it's all going up. Your rent going up. But the only thing that's on your mind is the Knicks just won. And then you about to even act more of a fool on Thursday with the parade. So you're going to be in the spirit of rioting. That's why the scriptures tell us we're not to be asleep as do others. Let us watch and be sober. The scriptures say we're not of the night, but of the day. We can't sleep as them in the night, because they're in gross darkness. When you're in darkness, you can't see a damn thing. You're totally oblivious. That's why they ain't gonna realize when it hits them. When it comes, they're not gonna know what hit them.
Hosea 4:6 in the GNT. My people are doomed because they do not acknowledge me. You priests have refused to acknowledge me and have rejected my teaching. And so I reject you and will not acknowledge your sons as my priests. Precept to Proverbs 1, man. It's only so long that the horn gonna be getting blown, man. The alarm is going off. Shit getting real, man. We seeing the effects right now. But just because you still got shit going on, you still got, entertainment, you still got plenty of women around, you still got all your wants, all your desires, your pleasures is still available right now. So you're not paying attention to the birth pains. but eventually you're gonna be forced to face it.
Right. Hey, the bread and circuses is meant to act as a distraction. It's meant to be like the epidural to a woman that's in labor. He's numbing the pain with all the entertainment and distractions that you can indulge in. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
And this is nothing new under the sun because that originated in ancient Rome. And we in what? This is Rome 2.0. Modern Rome, modern Egypt, Babylon, Nineveh. Hell, we're in the time, in the days of Lot, in the days of Noah. What were they doing? They was eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, partying, indulged in rituals and idol worship.
Esau strike. He always mentioned the frog in the pot, man. It's the reason the frog didn't get thrown in the boiling water. It's the frog got placed in the water when it was room temperature. The heat got cut on and it's slowly heating up to the point to where when you know your body temperature is adapting to the water, so you don't feel the water boiling.
The knob got turned back in 2020. They turned that shit on to like maybe like simmer. They put it on simmer. So you had COVID. Everybody had the shelter in place. These businesses non-essential. You gotta close. So you finna lose money, and then eventually go bankrupt. So that leave the corporations standing and open, you know. And it's just a reoccurring thing, you know. Where the rich is going to continue to increase in riches, and you that are poor and working class, you're going to continue to descend downward.
It's no coincidence, man, that at the same time that everybody fucking struggling, Elon Musk is a trillionaire.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That tells you the guy who was supposed to save the money and eliminate all the costs.
$5,000 dividends.
Hey, he's a lower luminary.
Yeah.
Trillion ain't shit compared to the Rothschilds.
Which that money don't even exist. It's just numbers. It's imaginary. You know?
It's all fun. Create the game of Monopoly, like the brother brought up earlier. How this is rigged. I was showing the brother. I'm not right here on the phone, but there was a quote coming from Donald Trump himself saying, "You're not happy with the economy? That's because it's rigged." You know, just showing, hey, they're blatant with it. They don't care. You know, what are we gonna do about it? You know, they put all these fucking signs in our face, showing exactly what they're doing, their plans, and how they're gonna execute it. And everybody's going around talking about the Knicks and Spurs and bullshit. You know what I mean? They're not living in that light like the brothers are. You know, just being part of living in that light is being able to see the act going on around us. You know?
And if I may add, and not even just the bread and circuses, but also they run these psyops when they have these like the whole Carmelo Anthony situation. They don't mind circulating those type of situations in the media because they know more people are going to be focused on these different situations.
If you have a
That keeps them distracted too.
If you have a serious mind, you ain't worried about sports. They got to keep you with political, world war, or the other distractions.
Yeah.
These low-level things, because you're easier to be incited.
Let's boycott the Asian markets because of the Jake that got killed. Carmelo Anthony defended himself and this and that and the third, you know? So this is what they do. They have to keep running these scandals, these different racial tension stories, and keep it in your mental because you're not going to think about what these devils are actually doing behind the scenes.
Incite riots too.
Inciting riots, racial tension, keeping the people divided against each other, which, hey, that's the Lord wants that too, though. Because that's part of how this place is going to fall, is going to be divided. A house divided against itself cannot stand. The Lord said he was going to have a nation rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's what's happening. You got the Edomite woman, she coming out and saying, I'm denouncing our men. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. You know, I'm more attracted to the Jake man. She's being called a traitor, a divester, you know. So they fighting amongst each other. Like, it's all happening, man.
studying on the daily, you're not gonna be able to look at all these things going around in the world and time into the scriptures to know what's going on. Because there's nothing new under the sun, you know?
Right, but there is no vision.
People perish.
It says in Romans 15 and 14, you know, these things are written aforetime for our learning today, you know?
I got it.
Brother, bring this out real quick. Yeah, you know, they're written in the past for our situations going on today. But you wouldn't know that if you're not reading the scripture. If you're walking past, you know, the brothers, whatever city you're in, scoffing and blowing them off like they ain't shit, you know? Now that's how you earn your ticket on that one-way trip to destruction. And the brother, bring this precept down.
Proverbs 1 and 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
Yeah, this is the example of the Lord stretching out his hand by sending the prophets to tell the people what's going on, man. You know?
And the Lord, the ultimate Jake, man. When you think about Jake, if you go to shake somebody's hand and they give you the, you know, how long you think you're gonna hold your hand out, man? It ain't gonna be long. You're gonna keep it loose. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation.
I'm sorry, bro. Noah had his hand out 120-something years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Noah was out there forever trying to warn him. We're in the stead of Noah, but like Noah, we know ain't nobody gonna hear this. It was out building the ark. Yeah, wow, his own safety. Exactly. And it was plenty of room for the people to get on. They didn't want it. Animals on there.
You gotta figure they were still scoffing right when they all that last nail in the fucking plank. They were still scoffing. So you know, a lot of these people they know really no hope for, man. That's why we just out here for their neck, man. The hell with these people.
And that's the difference. We go it's a shorter time, but we know people are gonna wake up and hear this. And it has been happening, not just what you see here small in Vegas, but all over the world. People are waking up, but I mean,
I was thinking
God
that.
damn.
I was thinking that on the way here, like brothers is gonna be amazed of who the Most High wakes up, because he was like, dang, how fast, and kind of like the nigga that they were, you know, but that's gonna be a miracle in itself.
It may not seem like a lot as time goes by. It seems like for every one brother that wakes up to the truth, there's 5 other scoffing niggas that are trying to bring them down. You know what I mean? This ain't the this, telling you how a shine a black man, so-called black man. You know, and just trying to debunk everything that we go for. You know, they're against. Micah, I got it right here. It's Micah. Micah 2 and 6 and 7.
Right, this Micah 2 and 6. NLT says. It's Micah 2 and 6 in NLT. Micah 2 and 6. And it reads NLT. It says, don't say such things. The people respond. Don't prophesy like that. Such disasters will never come our way. Should you talk that way, O family of Israel?
Ezekiel 12.
He calls that proverb to cease. Continuing. Verse 7 says, should you talk that way, O family of Israel? Will the Lord's Spirit have patience with such behavior? If you would do what is right, you would find my words comforting. Yet to this very hour, my people rise against me.
Let me say this real quick. Imagine telling the Most High what he's not gonna do. And that's the scoffers. They're literally saying the Most High ain't gonna do what he said he's gonna do. Or if he does do it, he gonna do it at a whole different time.
And he ain't gonna do it for y'all.
And whatever it is he gonna do, it don't concern me. It don't apply to me. You know? Imagine that. These people are super proud, man. That's why the Lord's gonna open up. He's gonna open up severely on these people. He's called the King of Terrors for a reason. The King of Terrors.
The elder said, like, who are we to be telling them? At the end of the day, we're nothing but We're nothing but his woman, you know what I mean? That's like the woman going into the house and telling the man what's he gonna do, telling the father what he's gonna do. Going to that word, father, Hebrew, Abba, leader of the house of Israel. So how do we to go telling him what he's gonna do? You know? It's a quick way to get a fucking backhand, you know? Spiritually.
Yeah. That's like you asking for it. You daring somebody to not, you know what I'm saying? That's just the attitude of these people. You know?
And on a low level, you try to fucking tell your boss how you should run his company. He's gonna fire you. Get rid of you, man. What are you doing?
Or better yet, you tell your father he ain't gonna do shit.
Squaring up.
Ain't no same person up here would tell their father that he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, you can't call 911. You can't call the white man to come save you.
Hell no.
Dummies.
And the scripture saying Hebrews 12, if you feared your own earthly father, how much more the Father of spirits? But you scoffing and saying, you know, what he ain't gonna do. Read that last part again.
God, it's back in Micah 6. It's like Micah 2, verse 6 and 7. This is 7. It reads, should you talk that way, O family of Israel?
Read that last verse.
Yeah, the part where it says, will the Lord's Spirit have patience with such behavior? If you do what is right, you will find my words comforting. That part?
No,
before that.
I think it might have been before that.
It says, verse 6, don't say such things, the people respond. Don't prophesy like that. Such disasters will never come our way.
So they're saying that that's the disasters that you're talking about, that's not going to come our way. That's not happening. Don't tell us nothing like that. You're telling the Most High's messengers, don't tell us what the Lord's going to do.
Yeah. Right, and
Because it ain't going to happen.
you think like that, you're living under a fucking rock, man. What do you mean this place is not gonna get plagued? Can't you fucking see it? It's already started.
Don't you feel it?
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're living here in a utopia, man. Everything's gravy, we're just fucking chilling and eating fruits. And nothing bad ever happens here. You know?
Motherfuckers living paycheck to paycheck. You miss one fucking payment, that's throwing your life for a loop right after that.
You can't afford to get sick.
No, you can't afford a car breakdown.
Yeah.
Shit, a tire going out.
Refrigerator to go out.
Your engine light comes on and your fucking month is ruined, bro. Your whole shit is ruined.
Years ruined.
Now you're thinking about
A lot of people don't even have good health care, insurance. So you better not go to the emergency room.
Hey, it's cheaper than not. It's cheaper than not to have insurance.
Yeah.
You know, because they give you a real big discount.
Discount, yeah. Cash discount. Yep.
That Obamacare shit penalize you for not having insurance. It's fucked up, man. It's like I can't afford it, but you're gonna penalize me for not having it.
Anybody read it? I have something.
Yeah, let me finish that part, then you get yours.
Right, yeah, this is back in 6, Micah 2:6. It says, don't say such things, the people respond. Don't prophesy like that. Such disasters will never come our way. Should you talk that way, O family of Israel? Will the Lord's Spirit have patience with such behavior? If you do what is right, you would find my words comforting.
Yeah, because you're forcing the Lord's hand when you have that mentality. You know, you're forcing His hand. You're really bringing that day of judgment closer. You know, because especially those that are living comfortably within our nation, they're going to be the main ones that have that attitude. It tells you that in Amos the 6th chapter. You know, talking about those that are settled on a lease, they're living in luxury. You know, and they're saying that basically the Lord, He will not do good, neither will He do bad or evil. What is wrong with you?
I already told you it's waiting for them. You know, stripes for the back of scoffers. You know, so get with the program, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody bigger than it. You know. So what does He say? that famine of the word comes. We already had a little bit of previews of that physical famine of the food. You know what I mean? Next is gonna come is that famine of the word.
And at the end of the day, everything that you're working for in this place, it's meaningless. Go ahead and read out the book of Ecclesiastes, man. It's all meaningless, man. You know? You die, man. You can't take none of this with you. Your memory's forgotten. Okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you can build for the next world, man, for the world to come.
Stored up your treasures in heaven.
Yeah.
And like the brother just said, really you don't have anything here. That's why when you die, there's nothing left to those after you. What is it that you can pass down to your children and your children's children? Besides debt. They inherit your debt and the curses. That's all they inherit when they come into this world, man.
Man who had everything, said all of that invented.
I was about to say that. Yeah, it's about to go on. The brother said Ecclesiastes. Solomon is a man who had everything he wanted, anything his eyes seen. He held himself not back from it. You know. He understood. Yeah, he understood. So a man that has everything he wants in this world and still deems it all meaningless, you need to take that. You know, take that serious.
Well, tapping back into the verse he read, the one thing he said wasn't meaningless was the connection to the Most High. It all means nothing without the connection to the Most High. And if you have nothing, that connection to the Most High is still everything. That's why I said if you do right, if you do right, you'll have comfort. That's what we're seeking. To do right so we can have comfort in the time of all this calamity and peril.
It's back Micah 2:7. It says, if you would do what is right, you will find my words comforting.
And you will find my words comforting because you don't mind, because you can feel that this is just the right thing that should happen to this place.
Yeah.
This place should collapse. You people should collapse with it or be taken out with it because it's effed up around here. And your mentality is not helping, particularly people on the side. Your mentality is not helping the overall mentality or spirit or condition of our people. You're just further making it worse. You look like people gonna come by, it's gonna be some jakes that be the problem. Go get a job, go do this. Niggas gonna look at us and roll their eyes and all kind of extra stuff going on. Okay? All because you enjoy what this place has to offer.
That's why
Part of the problem.
This devil's setting everybody up for that hour of temptation. Because back to what the elder was saying, people believe that they got something to hold on to.
Yep.
We don't got shit. Like we don't got shit here, but they don't have that same mentality. They like, oh, okay, I got this job, or I got this, whatever, or you know, my kids and all this bullshit that Esau knows that people covet after. They're gonna attach to that MOTB, which is gonna make it. It should be easy, but it's gonna make hard for people to separate from this place.
Real quick, I got Psalms 127 in verse 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain.
We brothers made the great analogy last week about the sandcastle. We built the sandcastle for the elect to watch it burn, for to knock it down. So that's why we don't mind doing this work, because we know it's going to just make the show that much better to watch this place collapse. You know, to see that Planet of the Apes little statue, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
To watch it buried in the sand or get burned to a crisp, fall off into the ocean. It's gonna be a glorious thing to watch this place go down.
Right, that movie Olympus Has Fallen.
Yep.
You know, you see the fucking White House getting blown up and shit, man.
Yep.
Just we in the house, right? And the demolition team is working on the house, knocking the house down. You got Jake, they trying to pick up all the little pieces that's getting knocked down and trying to hammer it back on.
Yep.
You going against the grain.
Oh, I had some.
Got it. What was the name of that movie with Idris Elba when he was the president? And they was trying to. It was they was afraid that nuke was coming. They were trying to stop the nuke.
Yeah, it was on
Not
Netflix.
the impact, it's the
Oh, the one we saw where they're in a military base and the girls like trying to predict.
They were trying to predict the
House of Dynamite.
House of Dynamite.
House of Dynamite.
If you saw that, and you saw the reaction of everybody in the cabinet, all these higher officials, and when they was trying to basically stop the nuke from getting over here, and then when
trying to
intercept it, and when they thought that they would get behind it and actually intercept it, they would get all super proud. But then when they got news that no, it didn't work, and the missile got through, and you see the reaction of the people, like, oh fuck, it's basically we fucked, we're done. You see everybody's spirit just melt.
Yeah, they had 2 chances to intercept the missile.
And they know, America knows, the world knows, all it takes for America to get hit with one nuke, and then that's it. It's just like I always give the analogy of a bully that's been punking everybody, but if someone gets one good hit on him and he dropped down to one knee,
he's cut. The Russian's cut. He ain't that bad. Like Rocky said about Clubber Lang. He's just a man. He ain't that bad. Like.
As soon as he get down on that knee, then you gotta finish him. Now.
Everybody gonna hop on him. Everybody about to hop on him.
Well, see, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I felt joy when I was watching them scenes, and I saw how the pride erased, and they was getting humbled in that moment when they saw that they couldn't stop that nuke from penetrating and getting through. That's kind of like when the Lord deliver us and we see the judgment of our enemies, the judgment being done on this place, and we're gonna feel the same exact joy, man. You know, we're gonna rejoice.
So back on what you said, 2nd Ezra 16, starting at 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
Hey, Khan, did not the Edomites rejoice and celebrate when Jerusalem was fucking taken over, man? They were fucking chanting, cheering him on, even probably helping him out. They rejoice, man, to see the downfall of our people, man.
I will always bring this scene in the movie up because it's a real subtle scene in the movie The Road. He says that there was always deranged chanting and fires and different things going on. It's real subtle scenes that they have it real subtly in the movie. They don't actually show what's going on. But that movie is based in America after the destruction, like the there. They talk about the deranged chanting. That's us. That's the elect that hope for this thing to go down. That's comforted by the prophecy of it going down, rejoicing over the fact that it's going down, that it's over. You know something?
Yeah, I'm actually going to kind of go with what you said. This is Sirach 25 verse 7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I utter with my tongue. A man that had a joy of his children, and he that lived
right now we don't have joy over our children. It looks bad. And Pedo was running the world.
Pedos is everywhere.
They got them cross-dressed so they could already put that in them, so they ain't afraid of it. Because you think about 30 years ago, somebody cross-dressed in there. Hey, you watch the movie Spike Lee, something else, man. You watch that Spike Lee movie, Summer of Sam, and that's what one of them was like that. And they thought he was the killer. Like, he was like, get that shit out the neighborhood. It was like chasing him, trying to get rid of him if y'all watch the movie. Any little body that was on some little freaky type shit, that shit was you had to go uptown or whatever, somewhere, deal with that. They didn't want that in the actual neighborhood. Now, they didn't normalize it. They made it so normal to where people don't even, somebody like that come up and just
kids
comfort your child.
Like kids, they got a sense, like, they may not know, but they got a sense that ain't right.
Yeah.
Where they looking at, they know.
Give it 3 more years though.
Yeah.
They're going to be somebody on there that's going to be doing it. We tried it with like a Tinky Winky, the Teletubby, to try to push that whole narrative. You know, the biggest Teletubby with the tutu, the purple one, with the bassy ass voice. They're trying to get that, but this is what's going on. So what hope do you have for your children here? You go into that, you leave them in the education system, and what are they really teaching? What kind of Western liberal ass ideas are they really teaching? They're not teaching them the right ways of fear God. The church and state has been completely, but they're sure pushing the demonic energy on your kids.
And it makes a big deal because your kids are there at least 6 hours out of the day while you at work.
Sometimes longer.
Right. You know, and it extends to what the teachers are pushing in the schools to the social media. That's like an extension of the schools, the bullshit in the schools, social media and TV, you know.
Pushing that whole Western image, like you said, the image of this beast, get them all locked into it.
Preparing our children for to take the MOTV, man, to be a part of the system, to be digital slaves, man.
I mean, they're gonna catch.
They're born right into digital devices. It's right in their face at damn near at birth.
You know? The moment they see it in the colors and the movement, they're hypnotized by it, man, off the top.
You got a fucking damn near what's that intervention?
Yeah.
When they with their child, man.
Hey, adults need intervention off the same device. How do you think a damn 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old is gonna react to it? Okay, they don't have the same senses like you do to be able to withstand and discipline and all of that. Keep reading.
It says, a man that had a joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
That was the point you were making, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have to live to see the fall of his enemy. You're not in the spirit of Yahweh watching that shot. You'll never ever see that. You're probably not locked in to know that this man is your enemy. You're probably like wondering, well, there's good white people out there. Why Jake always say he called this man the devil? No, not all of them. There's good white people out there too. Show me some. Show me some. I'll show you
just like in Sodom. Show me if you can show me 50. You can show me 40. You can show me 30.
Show me one. Like,
show me 10.
You got like 5.
Show me 5.
Like,
and I won't destroy this place.
He was like, man, just get your ass up. Like,
just get out of here, man.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, oxymoron. Because when you think about the term white people in itself, it's supposed to be good altogether.
Going into that, I was looking up the old English definition of that word black, which goes into lake, which originally meant pale or light skin. You know what I mean? And the whole definition was that black was unclean, impure. And you go to all these fucking definitions to downplay that word black, and you go to the word white in the dictionary. What is it? Clean, pure. You know what I mean? So yeah,
innocent.
Yeah, you know, none of the least innocent of anybody. Like what they say, like they'll back up 10 different Edomites that they have no idea about, and the one Jake that they know, I know that nigga ain't about shit. You know what I mean? Real quick.
That shows you how crafty this devil is.
Witchcraft.
When he stuck that term upon his identity, he knew that would carry a certain vibration. You know, because these devils, they're wordsmiths, they're masters of craft and deceit. So that's what they managed to do when they, came out of the bottomless pit and deceived the whole world. Right?
I always thinking about that. He got caught red-handed. It ain't that he got caught with ink or paint or whatever on his hand. Motherfucker's an Edomite, man, doing Edomite shit.
Yeah.
Edom means red. Yeah, Edom means red. So he got caught red-handed. This motherfucker just called himself white, but you're red-handed. Your hand is in all the trouble.
And that's why we're gonna rejoice when the Lord finally gets him. Right? If I can grab this real quick, Psalms 91 and verse 7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Those that are doing the right, those that have amended and repented and are sorrowful for their sinful works, you know, that got their head on straight now, so to speak, to see what should be, and what should be is this place and this man that planted it should be taken out. That's the only solution to this. So if you do that, that's when you're going to rejoice to see the fall of the wicked. That's how it was worded. Rejoice to, what did it say?
It said, only with thine eyes shalt thou see, behold, and see the reward of the wicked.
Yeah, the reward of the wicked. Which the reward of the wicked isn't treasure.
Yeah.
You got it.
Quick another one. Psalms 58 and 10. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
Yep.
He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Yep.
So that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous.
Yep.
Verily, he is a God that judgeth in the earth.
Right now, they're getting their chuckles on, all their little hee-hees and ha-has at our struggles and our downfalls upon this earth. But like the brother said, you know, we're gonna get great joy in seeing their downfall. Where we're gonna see that from the chariots, you know.
But it's prophecy, man. Especially it says how, you know, it says rejoice ye heavens and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Lord have avenged you on earth. So that's written.
God, what is that? They speak wickedly concerning oppression, man. So while they're oppressing the poor, they're proud of that. You know, they that's okay. They don't care. You know, get your money up, man. You gotta work harder, man. Get another job.
They're telling you, while they're these corporate entities and the owners of these corporations, even these big Silicon Valley technocrats, their net worth is just skyrocketing, while the rest of the world is just wallowing in economic turmoil. And all they can tell you is just work harder, get an extra job, get you a hustle, pull your what they say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
You can't really tell the economic turmoil right now because people are still able to use credit. Once they cut off that credit system, then you're going to see a lot of people begin to fucking lose it, because you can't just put it on this card or this card to pay off this card. That's how people are living right now, you know, on credit and of course check to check. But once they cut off their credit, people are fucked. Yeah, credit does, because you still see people traveling and shit and going out, but it's going to get to the point where this place is going to be bare. It's going to be nothing out in these streets.
People gonna be back into a corner.
Yeah. You know what they say? When people have nothing to lose, they lose it. It's like, well, I ain't got shit to lose. Go in the store and grab whatever I need, and that's going to be it's going to be like a chain reaction of events that take place.
And you know what? When they see the civil unrest, and they see, you know, the streets engulfed in flames and people you know, fighting with each other, and they see all the bloodshed and the murder, they're gonna actually get off on it. The elite. Yeah. They're gonna get off on seeing that. They're gonna find it very amusing to witness.
They're gonna want, and you know what? Yeah. Oh shit. Let's turn up the heat, intensify it. Turn this off. Say it was an EMP attack. They got turn off the water.
They got
turn
a
off the
hard on for seeing misery, while they continue to you know, sit out of arm's reach of danger and harm, and just watch their wealth pile up. You know what I'm saying? They have a hard on for that.
Yeah.
For seeing the disparity. So that's why when we get them, when the roles are reversed, that's why we're going to rejoice at that. When we see them in misery, when we see them catching hell, you know?
It's gonna be joyous.
Yeah.
Like that, what was that movie? New Jack City, when I see about the blast Dino Brown. Fucking hard right now, you know what I mean? That's how we're gonna feel right now, seeing these motherfuckers getting their fucking due justice, you know? And brothers gonna bring this peace up now.
Revelation 15 from the top. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and
them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of the Most High. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Yahweh Almighty, just and true are thy thy ways, thou King of saints.
Yep. Because when that's a recall back to when we was delivered out of ancient Egypt, and after the Lord delivered us in that miraculous fashion, we ascended into singing, and the whole Exodus 15th chapter was about singing about what the Lord did to our enemies, and how he overthrew the chariots, overthrew Pharaoh's armies. There was nothing that these devils can do. And then at the time, they were like a superpower. They were a superpower, man. They dealt in magic, you know, witchcraft. They had wealth. They had slaves.
They were the greatest army known to man up to that point in history.
Yeah. Well, after seeing the Lord bring down an empire like that, hey, man, we rejoice, man. We triumphed at what the Lord did. So it's gonna be the same thing when we're in the chariot. Watching this place burn, man.
This captivity being much worse, the oppression being much worse, the evils being much worse means the miracles and the deliverance is gonna be that much more magnificent.
The brother wanted me to get the word bloodlust. It just what the elder we went into. It says just simple eagerness to shed blood. Ezekiel 35. Yeah. They had a perpetual hatred. Perpetual means undying. Undying hatred. Where an Edomite fucking dies, he can wake up, he gonna still hate you niggas, man.
For you jakes out there that raise animals like dogs and all of that, especially fighting and all of that type of guard dogs, and you let them taste that blood, they get a bloodlust. They just always they just always looking for that taste. Yeah, they just become the fiend for that taste. You know, and they go crazy almost to the edge of crazy, trying to tear a hole into somebody to get that taste again.
That's why.
When they realize them two are associated, oh man.
That's why Fresh had to shoot the dog.
Yeah.
Remember?
I read this. And it's Ezekiel 35 and verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, it's like I'm going to start at 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
And you read all the way at the top, it's talking about children of Mount Seir.
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore, as I live, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood.
I'm sorry, I didn't explain, but if you didn't know, the children of Mount Seir or the Edomites, they were sent over there to Mount Seir. Okay, so you understand who it's talking about. You got it, bro.
It says, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
And there's not another people that loves bloodshed, that loves destruction. That's why these motherfuckers, hey, Chris Rock's joke. He said, we're the only country that hunts on a full stomach. That ain't you jakes really doing that. That's them in mass number doing that. They do it for sport. They bloodshed for sport.
Pay $100,000
to
go on a safari
yeah.
to kill a rhinoceros or a giraffe or
can't wait to put an elk in their lives.
Bro, there's elite actually hunt humans.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
They actually go out and hunt real people, man. You know? We know about animals, but they actually kill humans for fun.
Yeah, they
Torture little kids,
Salt.
little babies. They'll eat them.
When eventually shit is fair, what do you think this mercenaries will be doing? Like they said, the birds, they went out there to kill niggas, to kill the people on this side. And that's coming back.
Yeah, then get it. The fact that it's in a Pixar movie.
And which Purge movie was that where you had the wealthy elite family behind the glass?
The second.
I think it was called. Actually, they were called the founding father.
It was all of them.
It was all of
The second
them.
and third was the
When
one
they
that
actually got up in there.
When the nigga
Yeah.
had
They had the Black Panthers type
But I just remember that they set that whole environment.
At the end of part 2, where they had them in that maze running around. That was part
killing each other off.
They were
The
gathering
elites.
them up to get for that.
The elites, that's how they can prey on you, man.
And what did they do? They had like a thing where they watched it.
When they was watching the whole thing
watching
go
the
down.
whole thing, and they had,
All
you
up in
know,
movie theater.
they had like a, and they pulled back the curtain so they could just
Look
watch
like,
the shit.
like boxing, like what's that called? Box, luxury box seating. Watching the whole shit.
That's how they plan to watch all this unfold while they're in their bunkers or in their Elysium somewhere.
The same thing they do when they're in the situation room when the Marines is going. They all just watching. You know, they don't show you the shit they show in real life where they really shoot motherfuckers in the head and you know headshots and all of that.
Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in
But he goes around with the Red Cross and he's won a humanitarian awards because he wants to do this and that. But we know what he's really doing. He's really trying to get a foothold on resources while terrorizing the people, while getting up close. It wasn't saying that people were second entrance, right? No, I mean it's Iraq. 13 or 12 or 13, where he was like, if you be in trouble, you're gonna find him there first.
12,
you want that close to that person. You want that close up. Oh, you think you about to pull out of this? No.
That's why they put those Peace Corps and Red Cross groups in these different various countries so they can have someone there already. You know, it's like an ear. They have an ear in these different countries.
And that's what dealing with the Purge, right? The name of the crime family, basically it was the new founding fathers of America. It's a fictional political party that rules the United States in the Purge franchise. Created by the filmmaker, it says, they take power after an economic collapse, establish a police state, and legalize all crime for 12 hours once a year to lower unemployment and pull the lower class.
Cool, like
Pull. Yeah.
Like the culling,
Yeah, we call cattle, euthanize them, cut them off, reduce them.
Population control.
Exodus 1. You know,
unless they join.
Let's do it wisely.
Do it wisely before they join to our enemy and overthrow us.
You let the people do it to each other so it don't seem as bad.
Oh wait,
There's a little more.
yeah, I want to get because in the movie it was like, which movie was it? Might have been 2 or 3. He got kind of purged, like he had to do it, you know, so we don't have this weapon. Like so we do that so we don't have, you know, people don't. Crime is going down. It's just one night of bad crime to have peace for the rest of the year. People just let it roll up, you know. But now he was like, I need to purge. I need it. I gotta be able to do it. So that's the whole point. They want to do it for their agenda, but they give it to the people, make the people attached to it like it's something good.
It was like an opportunity for more people to participate.
Exactly.
Everybody was getting it. It was some incentive.
Somebody piss
to
you off.
Yeah.
Somebody piss you off, and now you're on their purge list.
And that one when they got Jake involved, it was like $5,000 a body.
Yep.
I don't think it's so much as to, but you know, clear the population. They just love that blood. You know, they love the hush. You know what I mean?
You know they're probably
They love to participate or they love to watch it.
You notice how all these Edomite serial killers, when they first start off, what they do is out there and fucking killing cats or killing dogs, because they're infatuated with the idea of that blood. You know what I mean?
I want to say this. You know, if if you think about the idea, what they're doing in reality, they're not showing the movie. They're probably praying and got all making it into like a ritual.
Blood all over themselves.
Yeah, got it into a ritual to where let's get power out of it. That's what the reality of this is. What they do. You got it.
It says key details about the NFFA. The party formed in 2014, capitalizing on social unrest and financial ruin. In 2017, they ratified the 28th Amendment to make a 12-hour purge event legal and used the purge to lower crime rates and boost the economy. They also use it as a cover to assassinate political rivals and the poor.
That was third one. And the poor.
Yep. It says, beliefs.
Remember in one of them, like the might have been a second, they had the mayor and whoever strung up, and they had his crimes written on the wall, and he strung up with.
My bad, bro.
Yep. So basically, you know, this was basically another political setup by the elite that basically create that problem reaction solution. And but in this context, in the form of anarchy, lawlessness, purge. Let's reduce the poor by legalizing it through this purge process. So what do you think Esau is doing by setting up these harsh environments where there's limited resources, there's barely any jobs, there's barely any food, everything costs too much? What do you think is getting ready to happen? It's going to be purged like tendencies, feet just seeping all throughout this society, man.
You gotta work against them, you know what I mean? The end of it, because it ain't nothing for the Most High to put all these purge your spirits to focus on the main, you know what I mean, objective of taking out the president if they be.
That don't mean nothing to you low-level people that got to deal with this. That's right.
Those that are under strong delusion,
right,
they're going to be still fighting each other.
Exactly. You ain't going to go to the mayor and try to, you know. But I was going to say, the worst place in this environment, the worst place right now, the most dangerous place that you can pull up to, gas station right now. The next, when it gets to the full-fledged, what's going to be? ATMs are bad. Grocery store is going to be the worst place to pull up to. That's where you're going to lose. A lot of people going to start losing their life at the entrance of this grocery store or in the parking lot.
Especially for women.
Yeah.
Hey, to a certain degree, that's already kind of been started.
Yeah.
Like in California, you had certain women that was coming on TikTok and telling women to basically don't go by yourself, or if you go armed, because you got men that are waiting in the parking lot with vans and shit with no windows. And they was going around basically following women and children around.
Yep. Even in the stores. Even in the stores.
They follow them in the stores. Yeah. And then you also had people reporting that I forget when that happened, but basically they were following people home.
Yep.
After they saw them put a bunch of groceries in their trunks, they was following them home and then robbing them at gunpoint in their driveway and taking their groceries and driving off. You know, so yeah, it's
become all, that's a home invasion.
That was that was an old tactic people were using back in the day before shit got this bad. You know what I mean? People just following rich people home, doing what they do. You know what I mean? And being out of there. Now it's for less. They're not doing it for your money or for your gold or whatever. They don't want that shit.
They want your food.
Yeah, they want your food. You check the fridge. I'm gonna go see what they got over here.
Take all the snacks, man.
You see what these YNs is on right now? With these takeovers. These YNs, they're out there just snatching up shit. And they're out of control.
Like 97% of them niggas got dreads. 97%.
I trust a nigga with dreads, man.
All got dreads.
You can't come out, you ain't got no hang time on your dreads. Black is fake. You don't have a Nike tape. You can't run with us, bro.
Yeah, hey, we're talking about aliens them niggas is the aliens. Them dread-headed, demonic niggas,
Really look
those
like,
are the real aliens.
They look
right
like the
there.
Predator. They
Yeah.
look like them.
That word
Take
alien.
K-47s.
That word alien just kind of it goes into a misfortune, you know. That's what these little niggas are. They're a misfortune. Everybody they come across, put to ruin everybody's damn day for every fucking reason.
They ready to crash out. Them niggas wake up on drugs.
They're looking for
Imagine that, waking up in the morning and the first thing you gotta do is pop a perk.
He said a nigga would roll over, grab his phone, pop a pill or whatever, or roll up or whatever they do, and hop on their phone before brushing teeth, before they even out the bed.
trying to make a play.
First thing, yep, already trying to put it together. That's crazy.
Speaking on these YNs, right? 2nd Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and a fire